I would like to do one more thing involving paths and Illustrator. So let's go ahead and navigate to Illustrator, Alt or Command Tab. And let's open a file, File, Open. Navigate to the desktop, Project Files, Chapter 4, and select flower.ai. Click on Open, and there it is. Let's go ahead and select these paths. Copy these by using Control or Command C. And let's go back to After Effects, Alt or Command Tab. And let's create a new composition. This time let's choose NTSC-DV. And still 5 seconds is good. Click OK. Let's create a solid. Control or Command Y. And green is still good. Click OK. With the solid selected, paste. Control or Command V. There you go. We have our flower here. Press M for mask. Select Mask 2, and let's go ahead and close that one. Go under Layer, Mask and Shape Path, and select Closed. For some reason, that was open. And there you go. We have our flower here. All right, let's duplicate this layer. Just select the solid and use the shortcut Control or Command D. We're going to make 3 separate layers. One is going to be the stem, one is going to be the leaf, and one is going to be the actual flower. So let's hit Control or Command D again, and let's rename these. Select it, press the Return or Enter key, and type in flower. The second one is going to be the leaf, and the last one is going to be the stem. Let's change the color of the actual flower. So select the flower layer and use the shortcut Shift Command Y or Shift Control Y. Change the color here to, I don't know, a little nice yellow there. Click on New. Select all of your layers and press the letter M for mask. Let's make this a little bit larger. Click on the color swatch to the left of the word Mask 1 under the flower layer. And let's see which mask this is. Let's make it blue. This is the stem, so we can delete it. Mask 1 is the stem. Select it and press Delete. Let's see what Mask 2 is. Let's do the same thing. Let's change it to a blue. That's the leaf. We can delete it. And finally, we have the flower. We can leave that mask in there. We already know that the leaf is Mask 2, so from the leaf layer, let's delete Mask 1 and Mask 3. And from the stem, we already know that we need to leave Mask 1. Alrighty, so let's make the layers invisible just to make sure that we have the correct ones. This is the flower. There you go. It's working. This is the leaf. And this is the stem. And let me deselect that. Perfect. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to imitate this flower just growing out of nothing. So let's go ahead and keyframe the flower first. Move your CTI to about 1 second or so and keyframe the mask path of the flower. Grab your CTI and move backwards in time a little bit. Use the shortcut Control or Command T for a free transform, and let's zoom in. Let's move the anchor point to the bottom of the flower here. And let's start resizing this. As you resize, press and hold the Shift key and the Control or Command key so that does it uniformly. There you go. And let's zoom in a little more. And it's almost entirely gone. There you go. All right, let's move to the leaf now. Let me zoom out. Click on the word Mask 2 for the leaf. Let's go ahead and keyframe that at that point. Move backwards in time a little bit, and let's zoom in. Make sure you have the selection tool selected. Notice how everything is selected here, and we don't want that. Go ahead and click somewhere outside of that mask. And now just grab one of the points and move it in. Let's adjust these handles a little bit. There you go. And a little bit here, and this one as well. Move backwards in time a little bit more, and now let's marquee drag to select more than one point. There you go. Move backwards in time a little bit more, and at this point, click on the words mask path and use the shortcut Control or Command T. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Move the anchor point to where the leaf actually grows from. And let's start resizing this until it disappears. Now let's go and do the stem. Select the stem. Let's go ahead and keyframe the mask path there. Move backwards in time a little bit. Zoom in. And let's just move this point down a little bit. Zoom out a little bit more. Move backwards. Let's do a marquee selection to select both of those points, and let's adjust this handle here. Move back again in time. Select more of the points. And let's adjust this handle. Move backwards in time again. This time click on the mask path to select everything and do a Control or Command T. Let's move the anchor point to where the stem actually grows from. And let's resize until it disappears. There you go. All right, now we need to adjust the speed of these keyframes. So let's go ahead and scrub the timeline. There you go. The stem grows, the leaf grows, and the flower grows. If we want to make these a little bit faster, that's an easy thing. Click on the words mask path of any of them. Press and hold the Alt or Option key and just squeeze the keyframes a little bit closer together. There you go. Let's do the same with the flower, but this time I'm just going to move the keyframes like that. All right, I'll place the CTI somewhere around the 1 second mark, and I'll press the letter N. That ends the work area bar, and let's do a RAM preview. 0 on your numeric keypad. There you go. They're growing nice. That's beautiful. All right, let's resize the work area bar so that it's as big as the entire composition. To do that, double-click it, and there you go. All righty, let's go ahead and select all of these layers. All you have to do is click on one and do a Control or Command A to select all of them. Now go under Layer, Pre-compose, or use the shortcut Shift Control C or Shift Command C. And let's name this Flower. And click OK. What we have now is the composition flower inside of Comp 4. More on that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and select the flower composition in the project panel, and let's copy and paste that. To duplicate that or copy and paste, just use the shortcut Control or Command D. Let's go ahead and have 3 flowers. So we have flower, flower 2, and flower 3. Go ahead and double-click flower 2. That opens that composition. Click on the flower layer and use the shortcut Shift Control Y or Shift Command Y on the Mac. Click on the yellow swatch and let's change the color of the flower to a blue. Click on New. Double-click flower 3 and do the same thing. Select the flower layer. Shift Command Y. Click on the yellow swatch and let's change this one to, I don't know, green. Click on New, and there you go. Let's go back to the Comp 4. That's the one that has the original flower composition. And let's drag flower 2 and flower 3 there. Select all of your flowers. Let's make them a little bit smaller. So S for scale. And there you go. Select all of them again. R for rotation. And this time, let's just scrub the numbers a little bit so that the flowers just are a little bit different rotation parameters and in different places. Let's go to flower 2 and rotate it the other way. something like that, and this is good, just like that. All right, let's stagger these in time a little bit so that they don't all grow at the same time. And do a ramp preview. 0 on your numeric keypad. Good. Select all of the layers again and pre-compose them again. Layer, pre-compose. Call this bunch and click OK. And now you can duplicate that layer. Control or Command D, and you can move your little bunches of flowers anywhere you want. Again, Command or Control D, and stagger them in time again. And do a ramp preview. And there you go. You can have a whole bunch of flowers just growing, and you can have a nice little animation that way.